Welcome back to the No Shave Man Cave. We are going to recap Monday, March 10th, WWE Raw. Man, what a nice surprise return. And probably one of the most, well, we'll get into it, cage matches in a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, wrestling fans, and sports entertainment fans, welcome to the No Shave Man Cave. I'm ElliJare.
I am Jey. Love cage matches, Tilly.
Man, I wish we were in Madison Square Garden. And did you notice that the WWE put all of the celebrities that were in attendance? So good stuff. Great showing. Great to see Vicar and Julia there. They've got Roadblock tomorrow night. But yeah, Netflix brought us another episode of Raw, and let's get into it, brother.
Are you sure you really want to get into it? Can we talk about Revolution instead?
Hey,
no, we promised a Raw review and recap, so that's what we'll give y'all. As you can tell, I was not very excited about this Raw. We open with Jey Uso versus Grayson Waller. Jey Uso gets the win. Austin Theory attacks him. Then he ends up getting the advantage over both of them. Then Gunther comes in and chokes him out. And that was their opening match.
40 more days of Gunther attacking Jey Uso. So he'll get attacked like at least 4 more times. And, you know, this just reminds me of when Lana kept getting put through the table.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like week after week after week of Lana being put through the table. And there was never like really a payoff. Like Lana never came out on the good end of it. So
I'll tell you what terrifies me about this.
What happens
is I really think they're going to have Jey Uso beat Gunther.
I do too.
And I just I feel a certain way about that.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see when we get into more into some WrestleMania talks. But I got a sneaky suspicion that they're gonna have Gunther beat the shit out of him for, like you said, until WrestleMania, and we're all gonna think, oh, he's got no chance, and then he's gonna end up winning. But
I can see that match. So that match will not main event.
No,
either night. So I could see that being the opening match of night 1 of WrestleMania. And then that would just shock the entire WWE universe. And now they're like, oh, everybody's losing their titles. And, because it's just, so unexpected. And then, crazy.
Yep. Then we get a tornado tag match between the New Day and the LWO. Good match. I mean, we don't see these kind of things usually in the WWE universe, especially Ray hasn't done something like this in a long time that I can remember. It was nice to kind of see him in that no DQ kind of standard. We do get an interference at the end, though, which causes the LWO to take the L. And a masked luchador with an American Alpha looking mask comes out. And totally, I mean, I'm sorry, they try to swerve us later, but it was totally Chad Gable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But it causes the interference, and then we get the, like I said, the LWO taking the L with the New Day going over.
Yeah, I mean, it continued a storyline that, Chad Gable went to go find the lucha in All of Us, and, kind of a corny thing. And then, as we're progressing throughout the show, they have a segment in the back with Kelly and Gable. And you see a masked man. And then all Gable can say is New York security, pathetic. Yeah. But I think we all know that it was Gable and It's just,
Yep.
I mean, it's WWE. It's
Right.
sports
Right.
entertainment at its finest. So
Yep. 100%. 100%. I did skip the Logan Paul promo. We did get a Logan Paul promo talking about how the good guys always finish last, and that he would sell his soul to The Rock if he wanted him. And then he gets into it with Andrew Schultz, who's at ringside promoting his new Netflix comedy deal. And AJ Styles comes out and intervenes. I will say I am excited to see where this AJ Styles Logan Paul match goes. I think that'll be a good match. As much as
yeah,
Logan Paul just grates under my skin,
yeah,
he's a hell of a talent, man. He really did take to this wrestling business pretty well.
yeah. And like you said, you just like his personality, and you're just like, oh, shut up. But if you haven't seen the Andrew Schultz thing, it's really, really funny, and I like his comedy.
Yeah.
So you have that. He's got a specific flavor of comedy. So to see him, he's getting ready to get suplex, and then you hear AJ Styles music, and AJ Styles comes in, looks great, hits all the does his hits the phenomenal elbow, and I think obviously we've set up Mania for
Yep.
Logan and AJ Styles. So
Yep. That's what I think it'll be too.
yeah,
I don't see him blowing it off before that. And I think that's a good Mania match. I think that's a decent Mania match that would, pull some eyes and be an exciting one to watch. Now, after the New Day and LWO match, we get a Cody Rhodes promo. Comes out, basically talks about John Cena, how John Cena's not going to be there. But it does look like John Cena is going to be there next Wednesday while they're in Brussels, I think it is.
yeah.
Interesting reaction to Cody. Almost a heel reaction from him.
It,
We had chance of Let's Go Cena going on while he's cutting his promo, and I thought that was interesting. But it is New York.
Yeah, it is New York, and some of the fans in attendance may not be keeping up with the WWE, although the Cena turning heel had over 100 million hits. So I mean, I'm sure,
Yeah, in
80%
the
of.
billions, I think. Didn't it hit the B word?
Oh yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it hit the B word.
Yeah, but I think it's moving the needle, and if so, just take something along the lines of last year, the Cody Crybabies, and then what was it, 2012, 2013, 2014, something like that. Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
And the groundswell. Now, do we get it the opposite, where they start booing Cody, and Cody ends up healing out at Mania, sort of a double cross kind of a thing? That would be super interesting. And then he shows up Monday or Friday night with dark hair instead of the blonde hair. But
it would be absolutely send the world into a spiral is if we get the finger poke of doom at WrestleMania main event. Cena just goes boop, and Cody falls and takes the pin, and then gets up and shakes The Rock's hand and leaves. That would be
my
awesome.
God.
And everybody would melt down. But talk about like a swerve that would lead into a SummerSlam program. That would be amazing.
Yeah,
I don't think that's what's going to happen, but I think that'd
Yeah.
be pretty damn cool. You want the world talking? That's a way to get the world talking.
Yeah, you want to get wrestling on the tip of every tongue.
Yep.
And something Bully said today or Friday, wrestling is as cool or almost as cool as it was during the Attitude Era. So, I mean, this would definitely put it over the top. So, I'm here for it, man.
Yep. And speaking on the tip of everybody's tongue, we had Bayley and Raquel Rodriguez in our women's match of the night. Raquel ends up winning after some interference from Liv Morgan and everything. A decent match, nothing groundbreaking or unbelievably spectacular, but
yeah,
it's always good to see Bayley working in the ring. I'm glad to see her get more TV time, in ring work, not just the weird NBA basketball challenge stuff that she was doing. Not quite sure where the storyline's going to go with this one, though. Are we building her and maybe Asuka coming back and a Damage Control reunion to go after the tag titles? I'm not quite sure where we're going with this one. Or Becky Lynch and Bayley versus I'm not sure where they're going to go with it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's another one of those things where they're doing the 50-50 booking, and you have, the Intercontinental and United States champion losing matches
Right.
in a tournament that they're already champions, so they may or may not, maybe shouldn't be in the tournament. So stranger things have happened in the WWE. Maybe, they're actually going to push some of the mid card talent, and what this does to Bayley's WrestleMania card position. That'll be another thing
Yeah.
to see how it plays out. But like you said, we've got some superstars that are getting ready to come back, and maybe Bayley ends up in a tag team situation instead of a singles match. So we'll see.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. And like you said, Asuka's due back too, so there's
Yeah.
several people coming back that should be good. Then we get the women promo, which is IYO SKY in the ring, very emotional IYO SKY about getting her title, being in Madison Square Gardens. Bianca Belair comes out. They have a little talk, and Rhea, mommy, interrupts and comes out like, "Why? Why did you have to be out here? Why did you have to interfere?" They get in each other's face. IYO keeps trying to break it up, and they keep pie facing her and shoving her down.
Dude.
And then finally she loses it, gets in between them, slaps them both, and walks out saying, "I am the champion." I'm kind of glad they did that, because for a while there, I'm like, man, they're really punking out IYO to making her look like an afterthought.
Yeah.
And I still think this is leading to a triple threat at Mania.
Yeah, I think it's at least a triple threat. I wouldn't be surprised if it turned into a 4-way dance with Becky Lynch showing up, but or maybe they save Becky Lynch for Monday night after Mania and really get a pop, and whoever the champion is at that point, Rhea or Bianca. I'd really be surprised if IYO leaves Mania the world champ. But if she does, she'd be injured. Then Becky comes in and beats injured IYO SKY, and now she's the champ again upon her return. Phew.
Yep. Well, and then as weird as it sounds, it gets us to our main event for the night. Unless I missed something. Did I miss anything? I think I got it all.
It went by really quick. I thought we were going to have some more video packages, sort of building, getting everybody interested in whether it was Mania, moving a storyline, something from Friday Night SmackDown, or hell, even tomorrow night is Roadblock, and there wasn't a single utter of NXT Roadblock except for Bakar and Julia being there. So, it went by really quick, and so we get the main event, man. What'd you think?
Jesus,
the second best cage match of the week.
Oh man, that's being nice too. The second best WWE match of the week, maybe. Because I tell you, man, this was, and I don't know if you have not watched Revolution, check it out.
Do it.
Amazing card, really, really good stuff. And I know people are crapping on the main event of Revolution. However, I stand by it. I think it was an excellent, excellent match. Sports entertainment match. I think it was a very good WWE style match. I just don't think it fit on that card. I think if they'd had that first or somewhere else on the card, it would have been great. Anyway, and I don't know if it's coming off the Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher cage match that was gross and unbelievable and over the top or what, but this was CM Punk and Seth Rollins' time to shine in a cage match, and this was probably the most boring cage match I think I've ever seen up until the last 3 seconds. Like, it felt like we're going to punch each other. I'm going to hit a move, and then we're going to lay down for a while. Okay, I'm going to tease you to go out of the ring, and then it was boring. There was nothing to this. Almost like neither one really wanted to be doing this cage match because maybe they found out the ending which was coming, which, spoiler alert, Roman Reigns returns. And that was the part I was like, oh, all right, this is cool now, because Roman comes out, pulls Seth out of the ring, which gives Seth the win, and then beats him down. Then he looks up in the ring and hears Paul Heyman consoling CM Punk, and he loses his shit and gets in the ring and just beats the hell out of Punk and ends it with the finger up and huge pop. Good stuff. But like I said, maybe it was me, and I do want to get your opinion on it because I know the gore and everything of the Kyle Fletcher match probably didn't go over with you that well. But was it me, or was this just a really dull match?
It was a entertaining match if it was like in the middle of a card or something and there wasn't a cage. But then just by chance there's the cage and you're like, "Oh, wait a minute, let's use it."
Yeah.
And they don't, we'll go back to Revolution real quick. And like you said, I mean, the faucets were on for Osprey. Dude, this cat. I'm willing to bet that this dude had to go get a transfusion or at the least sit down and drink some orange juice and have a cookie because that cat dropped some blood. And for that storyline, it made sense how violent it had to be.
Right.
Whereas right now, Punk and Rollins are in a similar,
Exactly.
I hate you, you hate me, you wanted this place to burn, you're an a-hole, you're an MFer, like they're, and then, punch, 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 I'm going to do your finisher, you're going to do my finisher, then we're going to lay there.
Yeah.
1, 2, ooh, my finisher, your finisher, 1, 2, ooh. And then, like you said, when when you heard the crowd start to scream and you heard the crowd start to scream and then you saw where the camera angle was and it was from behind, I was like, oh, who's coming? And I didn't think it was going to be Roman, but I'm glad it was because that freaking saved that entire segment. And those guys can put on some awesome matches and the storyline sells itself. So it's unfortunate. It was just like when Jimmy and Jey had their match at Mania and it was just a snooze fest. And, it was written in the stars and you could have just cashed checks with that match and it just turned to be a snoozer. So great crowd, a lot of superstars, and who do you point the finger at, or who? I'd be interested to see who the producer was, and what was the miscommunication. And then we hear, last night that Momo rolled her ankle or broke her ankle or whatever. Maybe someone was hurt. Maybe, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It was strange, and it was almost like they went, bah, we can't top that. Let's just go in and hit some of our finishing moves because like their high spot, if you watch Revolution, was a Spanish fly off the top of the cage, not the ropes, the top of the cage. The high spot in this match was a superplex. He wasn't off the cage. It was still off the top rope, which they do all the time. I'm just like, that's your high spot? Like, Punk
he
didn't even drop an elbow from the top.
He slid off. Like he slid off the top. So now he's going to say, I suplexed you off the top of the cage. Well, did you though?
Now, I don't want to bash on it, right? Like the guys put on a show, and I think I didn't get the hatred that I thought I was going to get from this match. I thought, I was like, man, Netflix, they said new era, cage match. Oh, they're going to bleed. Like they're going to beat the hell out of each other. They're going to table ladder and chairs it. They're going to, and it was none of that, which very, very surprising to me. Because I know Punk's got those in him. We saw it with the MJF feud. But that leads us to the end. I mean, that was Raw in general. I was very disappointed in it, man. I only gave it two beards for me. And I don't know if it was because I was coming off the high of Revolution or I just was not into this episode much at all.
Yeah, I don't think it had to do, and that's a great point too. I mean, you compare the length and the pace of AEW Revolution to the length and pace of Monday Night Raw. Instead of the 0 hour, the actor that was on there called it Power Hour. I thought the 0 hour was, entertaining and it kept me dialed in. But it was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It was like, it felt like a go-home show almost. Like the WWE just kind of mailed it in. Oh, we just got our check from Netflix. We're good.
Yep.
Let's get some of the stars that are here. They're going to talk about, whatever, and, just kind of mail it in. And, you didn't see any blood. Fortunately, we didn't see anybody get hurt. But, you got to see who all was in Madison Square Garden. And like you, I totally agree. 2 beards for the show. And there was so much potential there. And
it's funny you say, you said phone it in. And this I think states more of just what I've been feeling since Netflix. I feel like Raw was on this high and it's just slowly declining.
Yeah.
And on the opposite side, I felt like AEW was on this low and it's starting to climb. I'm like, we're about to get to where they're going to go. WWE's going to have to go, crap. Like, I'm not saying they're going to lose in the rating war. I'm not saying any of that, but they're going to start seeing, I think, some changes, or people are going to start asking for changes. Because this was our lowest rated Raw between the two of us, which is saying something. And I was very disappointed and very let down by this show.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to come and show out.
I thought they were going to come and show out. I thought we'd see more from NXT, some more of the NXT superstars, because they have Roadblock tomorrow night on the CW. Check it out at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But
I might actually watch that.
I think it's going to be really good. And this collaboration with TNA and NXT is like raising both of the companies' games.
Cool.
And then, congratulations to AEW. They're in cahoots with Amazon Prime to get their pay-per-views delivered there. And you can still get it on Triller. You can still get it on other platforms. But that's just another influx of cash for AEW. And it's really gonna it could spell some massive changes for both AEW and WWE if the cards play out. So
I know we need to wrap it, but just the food for thought, especially if this is Prime testing what they want to do with wrestling. Could we see Ring of Honor on Amazon Prime? Just saying. If this is them testing the waters, you might have another streaming service where we're going to see Amazon. Amazon Prime is now going to have a wrestling show. Maybe they'll pick up. Maybe that's where whatever that show they were working on. I can't remember the name of it. Shockwave can be on Prime. Who knows? Well, let us know what you guys think. I know we got on a little AEW and we try to keep them separate, but I thought it was important to let you guys know that I don't know if it was my feelings coming out of Revolution into this Raw that might have caused this low rating, but I had a hard time watching it. Let us know in the comments below if you hate us for our opinion on that. Love it, whatever that is. Let us know what you gave it. Remember to follow us on social media. NoShaveManCave at Facebook and Facebook and Twitter, NSMC_podcast for the Instagram. Check out the merch. We got shirts, we got hats, we got some fun stuff. NoShaveManCave.com. And also that's where our show will be, and you can kind of see a little of our background. I think I tagged everything I need. So, man, it's out to you. Take us home.
Let's go. All right. Hey, thanks for checking us out here, JT. As always, man, the insight is it's like if folks could watch just our thread and how you're booking shows after the fact and what the result means and what it could lead to. I mean, Triple H, if you need some help, call my guy here. But good stuff. So thanks for checking us out. Ella Editor behind the scenes, helping us out, keeping us on track. Appreciate it as always. To our brothers and sisters in arms, thank you so much for what you do. Hurry up, get your ass back home. And if you're feeling any kind of way and you're in need of any level of support, dial 988 and someone will answer and be there for you, because everybody needs somebody every now and then. So appreciate everything that those folks are doing on that hotline. So as always, thanks for checking us out here at the No Shave Man Cave. I'm ElliJare on behalf of JT and El Editor. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the floor.